because when sex dies in a relationship, people have, problem. And you hear people talking. There was a doctor that yesterday was talking on TV, and he said that he thought that cheating was not a bad thing, and that if sex in the relationship went away, that the other partner that still wanted to have relationships like that would be able to go out of that. That's not what we want, right? That's not an alternative, I think, for most couples. So when you start on a journey to take care of yourself, you want your partner to do the same. You want your partner to be flexible and be able to change when you change. And so a lot of couples come to our institute because they don't want to leave the other partner behind. We always joke, when people come by themselves, we said, your husband or your wife, they're going to have a hard time now to keep up with you because you are in so good shape. So any couple that really wants to stay together should do everything together. I mean, when it comes to lifestyle. And of course, a lot of people work in different places and they have, different needs in that way. But when it comes to the relationship and the marriage, I think we have to do similar things. If we don't, we're going to grow apart. It's nearly impossible. A lot of our guests also that comes here by themselves, their biggest fear when they leave here is, what's my husband or what's my wife going to do about this? Because they're not really interested in changing. That's not going to go well. And I think that anybody that really has love and passion in a relationship will go that extra, mile and say, okay, if this is what you want, if this lifestyle is going to make us healthier and have a long, good life together, then this is what I do. Even if my neighbors don't do this, you don't always have to do what everybody else is doing. When people come here, and most people, they never eaten like this, and in 3 weeks, they love the foods. They love how they feel. Many people say, I found myself. I got myself back again. And if you got yourself back again and your partner is in a different world, that is not a good thing. So you want to, that's why so many people bring their partners here later on and they're like, he has to see it or she has to experience this. It needs to be an experience. And, there's so many advice out there about how to improve your sexual vitality. We have a wonderful book here, and we brought that because there is such a need. But what we write about is how lifestyle will improve sexual vitality, and how partnership is much more than just getting married, having kids, and getting a house, getting a car. That is superficial. Really, the whole deal is that we have a life together and that we keep each other healthy. If we can keep each other healthy, yes, sexual vitality is a big part of it, but it's all the daily stuff of sharing and being, we have traditions, we have new stuff, and it should all be fun. That should all be taken as a part of life. There's nothing more wonderful than to see a couple that takes care of each other, even though one person is going through difficulty. You could say cancer, arthritis, they might be in a wheelchair, they might be not able to take care of themselves, bathe themselves, go to the bathroom, and the other partner is there 100%. And I know it's difficult, and we see it at the Institute all the time. It is something you give of yourself because you love the other one so much. And most people have had a good long life together before this happens. And just to overcome the difficulty and the anger, like, why did this happen to us? Because if you live a life normal and you never really had to take care of yourself because you had good health and you were able to do anything, and then suddenly you have this diagnosis that says, you know, you have a severe disease. And it's so traumatic, it's so intimidating even to just get that diagnosis, because it's your whole world falls apart. And you know that you're the caregiver. You know that this is a big, even though you can have, of course, therapists and nurses coming in to help, but you are the primary caregiver because you want to be responsible for your husband's or wife's health, you know. And I think what I see with most people coming here is that they live their life too. They don't stop living. They do take care of themselves. And that's what I hear too, that, you know, I came here also to take care of myself. My husband or my wife needs to be here, but I am here to take care of myself too. So please never lose yourself in the caregiving part, because you won't be good for long. You have to take care of yourself. Just like when you go in the airplane and they're saying, okay, you put the oxygen on yourself first, then you put it on your child or husband. Well, that is the same when it comes to caregiving.